Hello and a very warm welcome to the Grassroots Weekend, the show. I'm Mal Lee, your host for this evening. If you don't know me by now, hope everyone's keeping well, and it is Sunday, so that means you've probably got games somewhere along the line, plenty of friendlies, because I'm in referees groups and I see a lot of games going on. Referees required for certain games and what have you, but I think, to be honest, I think the amateur leagues are all open now, so plenty of referees going out and about in that side of things, and I just hope, because it's REFspect Awareness Weekend coming up in 24-25, I just hope that everyone is practicing it now on and off the field of play. We need to look after our referees, keep them in the game. There's going to be plenty more young new referees coming into the game, so we ask all managers to be patient and introduce yourselves to them when they come on the field of play, because some of them be a bag of nerves. You must have seen plenty of these referees coming out and about where they're all, you see them like sort of frozen, and you go up and shake their hand and just say, listen, have a great game, just enjoy yourselves, you have no problems off us, hopefully, and anything that you need, please don't hesitate to come over and have a little chat to us, because it's all about the kids playing football, and you just enjoy yourselves and get your pennies at the end of the game and go out and spend it on whatever you want to do, because that's what the referees are coming in for. It's like us many years ago, paper rounds, things like this, milk rounds, bread rounds. We all done, even Bobber Job, if anyone ever remembers that. You just done favours for everyone, knocking on the doors, neighbours, just to see if there's anything that they required or needed or wanted doing. Just checking that one, and they always used to throw you a few bob. Wasn't much, it really wasn't, not to what you get these day and age, I'll tell you that now. You can save up for a car now as a young referee, as a 14-year-old. Anyway, I know, going by social media, a lot of referees, as they say, the young referees come in there and they'll do it for a year or two and then they'll move on, because they have uni, and it's just sort of like a stepping stone to give them some pocket money, and they don't want to take it serious, they don't want to go into it and develop their career in refereeing, and many of them will just walk away at the end of 12 months, or if not sooner, and a lot more probably walk away if they're getting verbal abuse or being shown aggressive behaviour on and off the field of play. But I know many leagues now are clamping down on that one. There's no need for it. Just go out there, support your team, make sure that the referee is being looked after as well. You don't need to shout at the referee. If the referee blows that whistle, that's it. End of. It's 40 minutes. Just leave them. The kids, I hear comments about, but that referee's cheating our kids, giving decisions to them. It's wrong. It's wrong. Impartial the referees are, and they don't mean to give it. If they get a decision wrong, they can't really change their mind. That's the way it's going to be, and unfortunately you can't change their mind for them either. They've been there, they've done the courses, so give them some credit, and credit is deserved where it's due. Look after them and make sure, because there's many of you out there who just stand on the sidelines and start shouting abuse towards the referee and arguing with the referee, question the referee's decisions, why you give that, what's that for, is it offside, is it? Well, it wouldn't be offside if there's young referees, but they've got a lot more added pressure on them this year due to no throw-ins. I don't know, I'm going to stand and watch and just see what the problems will be. And it'll start off okay, but as the games go on, the kids will, why can't you throw it? What have we got to do this for? You say, yeah, that's great, they'll pick it up very quickly. Your kids will learn. Look at them on the iPhones, iPads, on the Xboxes, on the PlayStations. They're unbelievable, they're better than the adults. So there won't be a problem once they know that they can't throw a ball in. But it's not the same game, and they've got to do that until, so if they're 7 years of age playing football, they've got to do that until they're about 12, no throw-ins. Then coaches have got to learn them, and all the work over the years that the coaches have done with the kids on throw-ins, getting them perfect, is just out the window. That's gone. We just have to see how that goes. Will it affect the sidelines? Why can't you throw? Because doubt it many parents are not aware of the situation. Our throw it'll be, now it's our free kick, because there's no heading of the ball from under 7s to under 12s. So there you go. So many referees are going to have to give free kicks out if the child heads a ball, and that's what I'm aiming to see. Any more injuries, anything, because let's just see how it goes. Your feedback, I'm amazed that many of you managers and coaches haven't wanted to talk. I thought you're on the sidelines, and when I see you, and you're all against this no throw-in law. Let's see what happens midway through the season when I talk to you again. Because I know many don't want to put their point of view across, because whoever come up with the idea, yeah, okay, did he play football? Have he ever played football? I don't know. But anyway, that's grassroots through and through, isn't it? Changes, and they will be in the laws of the game for grassroots football. Imagine taking throw-ins away in the professional game. Wow. Oh, bet you they're thinking of it. Bet you they really are. But the balls have changed, everything, the lightweight balls, everything, and I don't see many kids from 7s. You might argue, you might say yourselves, oh, they're heading the ball every week in, week out. But the lighter balls, it's not what we used many years ago. And people are saying, yeah, it's causing dementia in later life. There's no proof, real proof for it. Maybe years ago, in our days, when the balls were like lead weights, leather balls, and if the rain got into them, honestly, it was like a cannonball. It was like heading a cannonball. That's the difference. That is the difference. These are okay, that's why the ball goes so far. But anything on the heads, we talk about boxing, even though you got padded headgear, that's not stopped. Well, that's my argument. I'm against it, obviously. I really have been right from the start, and I do know and believe that there's many against it as well within the grassroots football world. But we all quoted, remember when we all said the FA don't own football? Well, have a look around now. Can you really kick a ball without them stopping you, telling you what they're going to do, where you can kick one, where you can't, where you can play your 5-side, where you can play your team games, what you can do in your team games? Well, we can go on. But anyway, we work closely with the governing bodies regarding REFspect, regarding don't cross the line, making sure that everyone is having a good time out there, and we do it voluntarily with a CIC, community interest company, from Don't Cross the Line, and it's the next best thing to a charity. That's what we are, but everything that we do goes back into grassroots football. We try to make a difference for all. We try to make it better for all. We talk to the parents when we're out and about, and just say to them, can we calm it down a little bit, please? And we'll hand out flyers as well on what we're doing and why we should protect the referees, because they're the target in the middle in the first place. So we need to look after them. We don't want them walking away from the game, because without the referee there is no game. This is what we say. And really what we mean by that, if you're a manager or a coach and you've been asked to referee a game, you know what I'm talking about. It's very hard, and especially if you've got to run a team as well. It really is. You've got to try and coach them. You've got to try and pick the subs, who's coming on and off, time them, and you've also got to make the decisions on the field of play. It's hard, and you need to do your job, the referee needs to do theirs, and that's what we say. And it's also good for uniform. You see many referees, and I think everyone will agree with me, with the hoods up, big tracksuits on, coats on. It's all changed a little bit now, but the kids are there in their football kits, so I think every referee should be in uniform as well. That's my opinion, and I think that should be the first module of the new seasons, where officials from your county FAs walk around, and officials from the league will walk around, because I know officials from the league will say, I'd rather lose a team than a referee, but they also should be telling the referees to wear their uniforms as well, because the kids have got the uniforms on. So you see where I'm coming along from? Should be a uniform all the time. Now we also talk about what we're trying to do to achieve good things within grassroots football, and what we're trying to do here, we're trying, from Don't Cross the Line, trying to push for lower costs in grassroots football, and we want more funding in grassroots football too, if we possibly can. And we set up a petition, and the petition would be, if you look on change.org and put in DXTL push for lower cost and secure funding in grassroots football. We have a QR code as well, and I'll put that on the first show on Friday evening, and I'm sure I'll put it up to the screen where you can see, and people can take a little photo of it and sign directly to our petition. Yeah, it's slowly but surely making a difference. People will look at it and go, no one's interested. I haven't hit the right people yet, and I haven't, because don't forget, you're only putting these posts out on social media. Now, not everyone now is going on social media, so they wouldn't see them. So that's why we've done flyers, and we'll be walking around with flyers, and we'll get more and more interest in it, because what we're trying to do is trying to cut the costs and make it a lot better for kids football, where parents, disadvantaged children, can all sing off the same song sheets basically, and have no problems and no worries when they go to do sport and activities. We want to try and make a difference. We want to make sure that everyone, as we say, are singing off the same song sheet, and we're all working together in grassroots football to develop the children and let the kids enjoy the game themselves. Especially for our referees as well, because they're 14 years of age and they're all still at school as well. So really it's a big circle, isn't it, that we want to bring people together and make them enjoy the football if they possibly can. And that goes for you adults as well out there. You can support them. We're supporting you, we're supporting the referees. We're trying to keep it cheaper in your pockets. We want change, and that's why we're on change.org. We want change in grassroots football, financial change, and the change is better in your pocket than out of your pocket. So really we are tackling everything within grassroots football to make a difference and make it better in everyone's favour. Look at all the costs, look at the energy bills, look what's going to happen very, very soon. Again, people are going to be struggling to pay their subscriptions into grassroots football, and teams are going to lose players, teams may even fold. There was one the other day on social media that told you all about that. They couldn't afford all their fees, 4,000 and something. Weekly fees, monthly fees wasn't accepted. They had to pay it all up front, otherwise they weren't in the league themselves. And it's disheartening, because what you do, how do you tell the kids? It really is. They haven't got the money to go out and pay for their affiliation or subscriptions, and you name it, every penny that goes into grassroots football. Now, I know who's not signing the petition, and obviously I'll see them all when we walk out, and the reasons why they won't sign it, because I know there's a lot of clubs out there that will make money and have a nice nest egg going into all the season. The teams will come and go, and they'll be building it up, and some of them are using it as a business, and it shouldn't be, because it should be used for the kids in football. Now that goes right across the country, and I'm sure there'll be people telling me, yeah, you're right, unbelievable, people are making a fortune out of grassroots football. And it's not the Premier League. Look at the Premier League the other day, deadline day, billions spent on players, billions from clubs, and all we're asking, give $1 billion to grassroots football once a year when deadline day comes. Let's make a funding pot. Let, even that Don't Cross the Line, give us the system, you know, because when you give all this money to football's governing bodies, and no disrespect, you have to then do their courses, so you can go into their pots, and you have to have certain criteria that you need to get hold of. It's wrong. We need to revamp the system. We need to look at the system. We need not to segregate postcodes. We need to bring everyone together. Everyone are children at the end of the day, whatever, regardless where you live. You know, and I see funding pots available, but only in certain postcodes. You can only apply if you live here. You can only apply if you live there. I think that's all wrong. I think it should be open for, it should be an open book for everyone to apply for funding. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. But I want a funding pot where grassroots, where people can access it easily, genuine people, genuine teams to keep things going. And we could sit down with obviously a panel, and we could make sure, yeah, this is where it's going. You don't give them cash. what you do is look after the people in, you know, pay subscription fees, pay affiliation fees, but bring those costs down so there's more money in that funding pot. And let's, you know, do something to help the kids get away and travel and play friendlies. Remember all the pen pals, remember all that kids used to be speaking to other kids right across the country. It's all stopped. What are we doing now? You don't set up anything. There's nothing set up. I know you've got to be very aware of what's going on in a situation with safeguarding. I do DBS checks, and we all know that, about the cost for all the volunteers. I believe that cost to volunteers should be free. I really do. You know, there's your criteria. You run the football team, you're volunteering, that's what you need. That's your criteria to get a free course. So these funding pots should be paying for things like that, regardless whether you're working or not. You're a volunteer. You're a volunteer. Let's make it better for each and everyone in grassroots football. We all want to make a difference, and I want to make a difference and make it better. And that's all we're doing for Don't Cross the Line, is making a difference on and off the field of play. And we just need your support. So we need you parents, because it's your pocket, so your money going in to pay these subscriptions. And no, as I said, there's managers, there's coaches out there, there's teams who won't even look at something like this, and they'll go and they'll drive harder yet and put subscriptions. What I don't like is signing on fees. I really don't. I don't see the benefit in a signing on fee to a club, because subscriptions should pay for that. And especially these teams now, the clubs that are doing it 12 months with no break. So you're paying 12-month subs and then you have a sign-on fee. That is wrong as well, because kids go away on holiday, parents want a break from it. You know, you've got to give something back. You have to give something back. And I know teams, if you've got a break, if you've got an end of season, what are the subscriptions going on for that break, for the couple of months or a few months that you're out, and the kids, let them go. Let them go. You can say you're buying kits, but then every team's getting a sponsor. Every team gets a sponsor, not the club. So then you've got subscriptions or sign-on fees on top, and we're all saying that's to pay these new affiliation fees. They're not that dear really when you look at it, in a sense of the subs. You shouldn't have to pay affiliation fees. That should all be free from governing bodies. It really should, because these governing bodies are businesses as well. So all that money that's going in is making them richer. We've got county FAs, we all know, where they've got their own hubs, making money on that. They've got their own function rooms, making money on that. The fines, the disciplinaries, all that money is going in, and people are working, have got full-time jobs there. And all the admin is why I've stepped down on admin and looking at the costs. That's why I did not want to do it anymore. I wanted to step away from all that, because I don't want to be a volunteer doing everyone else's work, because I'd love to set my own business up and just be run by volunteers. Just give them a thank you. Oh, thanks very much for bringing in £30,000 this year. You're absolutely brilliant. I can go away to Dubai now. I can have that extra special holiday. I can go and get a yacht now. I can go and get a brand new car. Through you volunteers, you've been absolutely unbelievable. Thank you. That's not the way it should be. I think volunteers is a big name. And I do believe we're volunteers here. Don't cross the line. We don't get a thing except hard work out of what we're trying to achieve. I don't have volunteers. I mean, having a big wage, but you've got clubs now using things as businesses. They really are. For all the teams, selling their own gear, they're all buying off themselves. So where do you draw the line? What are we doing? Grassroots organisations, is there many businesses out there making a fortune? Is it becoming like the Premier League? Are we going to have transfers soon? Kids football. Johnny, Freddie, I've got a player here, 100 quid, £150. Do you want him? Yeah, that's great. Is this going to happen? Is it going to be reality soon, where the clubs are transferring kids to other teams? You know, other things have happened, so I wouldn't put it past what's going on in grassroots football. So that's why we're called Don't Cross the Line. We want to step in and try and make everyone aware of what we're trying to do, what we're trying to achieve, and make it better for everyone involved in grassroots football, and especially keep those costs down, because it is costing a small fortune to run a team. I know with the grandkids, I know what it's costing. Everyone's struggling, and it's not just my grandkids, it's other kids, other parents, and they all give you feedback, and people shake my hand and say, I love what you do. I see the text messages I'm getting of coaches and managers thanking me for what I'm doing. Someone speaking out for a change and someone trying to make a difference for us. That's what it needs. So the majority need to look at that, and we will, slowly but surely, we will get this petition absolutely full. And we've also rallied a letter to the government, and we're waiting for feedback on that one as well. And we've got an MP on board as well, so we keep you informed as to what's happening with our Push for Change campaign, financial change in grassroots football. Thank you very, very much indeed for tuning into the Grassroots Show this weekend. If you have any comments, mal@dxtl.com. I hope they're all nice comments as well, because we're only trying to help, we're only trying to make a difference and bring change in your pocket. From myself, Mal Lee, and all the team here at the Grassroots Show, Don't Cross the Line, Respect Programme, No Ref, No Game, Hearts of Goals initiatives, and Push for Change. That's us, DXTL. Get more funding into grassroots football and make it better for your pocket. Good night, God bless, and we'll see you on Friday evening, around about 6 p.m. We all the team, have a great evening and enjoy the Premier League. Come on, Liverpool.